Once again, welcome everybody to today's webinar. My name is Tsanko Borisov, responsible for Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Bulgaria. Today's webinar will be about Fronius Tauro solutions with our partner Fronius, and of course, with me today we have Mr. Robert Sedmera and Petr Kotrba from the Fronius team. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello, thank you.
And of course, our interpreter, Mr. Nikola, who will be interpreting into Czech language. For those of you who are in the Czech interpretation, please don't forget to join the correct channel. It is the little globe icon down below on your screen. Choose the correct channel, and also you have an option of muting original audio, or you can leave original audio. It will be about 20% of the volume. Before we begin, a very quick poll to find out, of course, where are you from? You should see some questions popping up. Well, that's interesting. It looks like 50-50 Czech and abroad for now, but Czech Republic is slowly gaining the edge. Looking good. Right, let's see the result. So you can see the majority of you are from Czech Republic. That's excellent. Welcome. And let us proceed. So today's agenda will be very simple. First of all, I will introduce you to Solarity within about 10 minutes. And then I will hand over the presentation to my colleagues from Fronius. And they have about 8 or 9 points to discuss. The commercial inverter Tauro, of course, installation, communication, commissioning, and most importantly, in the end, we will discuss monitoring and online options. From my side, important thing to note, in the end, we'll have an option of Q&A. So feel free to type in all of your questions which you have in the Q&A option. It's down below on your screen. In the end, we will open each question and attend to it, of course, with my colleagues from Fronius. So feel free to use this option of Q&A. Now, a little bit about Solarity. The good news is we actually started out as an EPC or installer ourselves. So that being said, from our perspective, we would like to say an important message. We understand your business. And the history behind Solarity is that later on we shifted into distribution. So by now, today, we are an interesting distributor within Central Eastern Europe and also North Africa and Middle East. At this moment, we are talking about approximately 250 megawatts per year in delivery. Of course, we are international, so we do have quite a lot of nationalities in our company, which is great, I think. And last year, we actually opened 2 offices, one in Casablanca and Dubai, which is very exciting. And from my side, from Solarity, also a very important message. As an EPC company yourselves, I think what's most important for you is time. So what you gain with us is time to do your business while we make sure you receive goods and stock on time. This is also quite interesting. 6 main points which I would like to talk about briefly. So the first one being a technical support, technical know-how. This is thanks to our experience. So we do have a team of people who actually have experience in the field and we understand how you need support in your business, day-to-day business. The second option or second way of support we have is financing. To keep it short, we understand the EPC business is quite sometimes cash flow important. So we do offer financial services such as factoring and other services. Furthermore, we have a so-called partner program. Now, this can be quite interesting in the long run, since we do like to focus on long-term cooperation. So we do offer partner programs with a minimum 1-year contract. This can be discussed, of course, later. It's no problem. Maybe, as you understood, we do have local support in each country. So we try to present ourselves as a local distributor and being international. Yearly, we train about approximately 3,000 professionals through our various webinars, events, and so forth. And finally, we do have logistics services, meaning we can ship stock wherever you need within Europe or Africa, Middle East, wherever your project is taking place. Thanks for your attention on this slide. Let me move on. A quick map for you to understand what I was talking about. So we're mainly focused on Central Eastern Europe, being a Czech company. In the Czech Republic, we have 2 warehouses, and as you can see, we do have other offices and warehouses elsewhere. Right now, we have approximately, I would say, even 80 employees. So we are actually growing from a small to mid-sized company. It's getting very interesting, especially this year. And this is also important for EPC, I would say. We focus on tier 1 manufacturers. So this being said, we would like the business for you to be simple, easy, convenient, of course, and reliable in the long run. I mentioned tier 1, so this means, of course, brands which most of you know very well. One of them is Fronius. And regarding panels, we have, of course, Canadian Solar, Qcells, Jinko. I'm sure all these brands, you are very aware of them. And just one thing from my side, in general, before we start cooperation with any manufacturer, it's quite a long process of choosing the right partner. So we're very careful with that. And I'm very pleased to have Fronius with us here today on this webinar. Our business is from kilowatt to megawatt sizes, very simply said, as you can see. We offer basically a whole scope of full scope solution for your projects, may it be a residential project or large commercial, even utility scale projects. So feel free to discuss your projects with us, the responsible contact person, and we can provide definitely a full scope supply from A to Z. So thank you very much for your attention. I promise this will be brief. In the end, one last question from my side. I would like to understand your experience with Solarity. So let's launch a poll quickly. We have options of never having any experience, or already purchasing, or maybe even regular purchasing. Let's see how this poll goes. So this is a good news. We can see a majority of you actually have never bought anything from Solarity. So that means that the market is growing, and I think we have interesting business options for you with Fronius. Thank you very much for the poll. Let me end and share the results. Beautiful. Thank you very much from my side. Thanks for your attention. I will slowly and surely hand over to my colleagues from Fronius. And of course, once again, in the end, we will go through all of your questions in the Q&A option or Q&A session. Thanks for your attention. I'm handing over to my colleagues from Fronius now.
So my name is Sedmera, and I'm from Fronius, responsible for sales. Do you see the first slide of the presentations? Is everything okay? So I suppose yes. So we start with the presentations right away. As Tanko did, a few words about the beginning of Fronius. I suppose that if you are attending Fronius Tauro Inverter webinar, then you are familiar with the Fronius, but some basic facts I would say. So Fronius was founding in 1945 by Günther Fronius. And from that time, it become really international company with, let's say, you can find Fronius anywhere on the world. It's still in this family hands, so that's our stability, because the majority of the shares are still in the Fronius hands. Of course, not in the hands of the founder, but it's his granddaughter, family Strauss, which is our CEO. It's the last picture. And Fronius is not producing only solar energy, so not only the inverters and other products concerning solar energy, but we have other two units, and one is the welding and the second one is the charging. So it depends. In each country we have let's say bigger different divisions, but all three are, let's say, on the same base. And now to the Tauro. So finally we are what you come to see the news. This is the real installations already done in Greece. And as you can see, there are used AC-DC chaining options, which I will talk about later, which is quite special for this commercial inverter. But as the agenda said, we should talk also about the hard facts. So we have two versions of Tauro. One is Tauro Eco, which is produced in 50, 99, and 100 kilowatt. We have one MPP tracker. And then we have also the Fronius Standard, which has 50 kilowatt and has 3 MPP trackers. And the commercial inverter Tauro is also very flexible for design. You can use you can install it close to the output point or close to the panels. We call it pre-combined version for central systems and also direct version for the decentral systems. And now we would talk about what's the difference on the DC side if we are talking about the pre-combined version or direct version. So here I will put all these everything on. So on the left side, you can see the central system, which we call it pre-combined. And then you can use the only 3 inputs, the DC cabling up to 95 millimeters, and you have only 3 inputs as a maximum. So in this case, you have to use some kind of DC connection box to connect all the strings together, and only after that you can put it to the inverter. On the other side, we have the decentral system design, where you can install this Tauro close to the panels and install each string directly to the Tauro. And this Tauro, this version is also equipped with the string fuses. So this is the DC side. Let's have a look on the AC side. On the AC side, we have the single core option. So in this option, you can use 5 single core for AC for 3 phases, 0 and earth. Then we have the multi-core option, where you can use multi-core cable. So there's only one inlet to the inverter. And then we have the AC-DC chaining, which is, I was talking about it in the beginning, that you can connect the commercial Tauro inverter between themselves. So as you can see, there are 10 inputs, or it's 5 inputs, it's 5 outlets. So in this case, you can connect and the inverters between, and you can save a lot of cables and a lot of work during the installation. So this is what I was talking about. So this is the DC chaining, and you can see you can connect up to 4 Tauro inverters, but there's the limit that the total output of these connected inverters must be up to 200 kilowatts. So it's up to you whether it will be 200, 100 or 4 times 50. It could be also 102 times 50. It's really up to the project. So then you will of course, as I said, save some cables, and you will need less components. And now maybe I will come to that also later, is how the Tauro could be installed. One is here, it's the vertical side, and here's the horizontal side. So you can order these special floor racks, and then you can put it, let's say, on the ground. As you probably know that the Tauro has quite a lot of options, so not to make any mistakes. So it's we recommend to use this Tauro configurator.fronius.com, which can provide you by the configuration. So some options are not possible to use with another options and so on. So just from the beginning, it's quite easy. It's maybe 3, 4 slides, and then it starts that what the size of the Tauro you want, which version, what options, and so on. And after that, you will get this final configuration. And if you want to make, this is about the configuration of the Tauro, but probably you would like to, let's say, prepare for the whole PV. Then we prepared as a Fronius 2 online tools. Solar Configurator, you probably know, this is the one that we are using for already sometimes. And now we created the Solar Creator. The Solar Creator is good not only for calculating the strings, but also for the yields, and also for the revenue. And now what we need for the installations. So this is another chapter. So what we need. So for the installation, we need, let's say, the screwdrivers, quick start guide, and the application Solar Start, or this one could be used on a mobile device or on a PC. It really doesn't matter. We have the applications for every single version. I would make here a note that it's recommended, highly recommended, not to use the electrical screwdriver without the torque. So either use it your hands. There are not too many screws, but if you want have this electrical screwdriver only with torque. So how to transport the Tauro? Tauro is quite heavy. It's a commercial inverter, so the weight is from 75 to 100 roughly kilograms. So you can take, there are some special inlets or eyelets that you can use for climbing up. There's one, let's say, hint that if it's too heavy, then you can remove some power stacks, make it lighter, let's say. Because as you can see, the weight is from 75 to 103, and it depends on how many power stacks you have, whether it's the 5 kilowatt version or 100 kilowatt version. Now where you can install the Tauro. So you can install it indoor and outdoor. You can install it under direct sun, as there was the first installations, the picture that was in Greece, and you can see there was no roof above that. So you can see here these these numbers from -40 up to 60. You will get the presentation afterwards, so you don't have to. You will get these the presentation, so you will see the figures as well. You will also get the data sheet where all the figures are listed. So there's only, how to put it, and this is let's say just how not to put it. It's more important, so not to put it that the AC cable will go up, let's say. So it should be mounted, as I said, vertical or horizontal, but the AC cable should be with the direction down. As I mentioned before, you can order this floor racks and install the Tauro horizontal. And if you do that, and if you order this floor racks, then you will automatically get this cover for MC for connectors. This is this shield. So not to be, let's say, to be in shade a little bit. So now I have a small, let's say 30 seconds video, how to hang up the Tauro on the wall. So you need to fix this frame on the wall. It's 6 screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you can use this screwdriver and only polygon. And then there are the red arrows. And these 2 screws are just for insurance, for safety, not to fall down. And what's so special also about the Tauro inverter is that we have an active cooling. As I said, we have a robust product design, and we have double shelf system. So with this, we can reduce the temperature inside of the inverter by 13 degrees. That's why we are saying that you can place it or install it on the direct sun. And now you can see how it looks like if you cut the inverter. So here you can see the blue arrows are taking in the cold air, and the red arrows is where the hot air are taking out of the inverter. And now we have a chapter calling cabling. So now you can see where you can put the cables and what kind of cables. So this is if you open the inverter, so you will see this part, and on the right side you can see this is the AC sections. So here you can choose the single core, multi-core, DC-AC chaining, AC disconnector, and all options that are concerning AC part. Then on the left side, on the top, you can see the DIN, where is the overvoltage protection installed, and also you can install some third-party components. Then you can see also the data communication unit, from 2 to 3 disconnector switches, and at the end is the DC connections area. So, and this it's different if you choose the pre-combined or the direct version. So as we at the beginning were talking about the AC cabling, now we have the DC cabling. And now we have the Tauro Direct. So this is the button of the inverter where you can see how many strings you can connect directly to the inverter. We are using the MC4 connectors, and for 50 kilowatt devices, there are 4 strings available, and for 100 kilowatt device, we have 22 strings available. Here is also a notice if you would use the solar configurator that it would not let you make the configuration over 1000 volts. This is the maximum for the Tauro inverter. And if you use the direct version, so the Tauro will be installed close to the panels, then we use integrated string fuses. So you can see it here on the picture, and yeah, and you can choose 15 or 20 amps. Yeah, and this is how the strings should be divided in the PV inputs. And now we have the DC cabling for pre-combined. And now you can see that there are different view from the back of the inverter. You have this is the other way around. So for echo from 50 to 100 kilowatts, so you have only 2 inlets. And for standard pre-combined version, 50 kilowatts, you have the 3 versions. All these cables are connected via the V clamps, which we'll show later. It's written here, it's shown here, and the V clamps is in the middle of the slide. So you can just put the wire in, and from the top with the screwdriver fix it. As I said, you will get all these presentation afterwards, so I don't want to repeat all these figures that you can see yourself. And then what we offer as a standard is the overvoltage protection 1+2 which is already integrated in the device. You can see it on the picture. And now we are coming back to the AC cabling with with more details. So this is the single core option where you can see 5 inlets, and the cables are from 10 to 28 millimeters. On the left side, you can see some schema, and on the right side, you can see the real picture of the Tauro inverter. The second option is the multi-core. So it's almost the same, but you are going to the inverter only with one multi-core cable. And then in the inverter, you split it up for phases and for grounding and so on. And the final version is the AC-DC chaining. Here you can, we have 10 cable inlets, and I would have to mention that if you choose this AC-DC chaining, then you can't use this AC disconnector, because everything is on the right side on the AC department, and so these two options are not compatible together. And this is what we've already thought. And with this, you can save quite a lot of, I would say, costs, and also the work, because if you make the installations of the Tauro next to each other, so then it's quite easy to connect them via AC and also via data communications. And as I said, it saves the cabling and also quite a lot of work. And here's more details about the weak clamps, that you can also change it, and you can, let's say, put the cables from 25 millimeters in square to 300. It's possible. And optional is also the AC disconnector, and it's on the right side in the AC part, as I was talking about it a few minutes earlier. And this AC disconnector is available only if you are not using the AC-DC chaining option. So the AC cables, the maximum is 240 millimeters square. And now we are almost ready with the installations. We just turn on the DC connector switch, which are on the front of the inverter, and opening the Wi-Fi access point, and make the, let's say, software installation. And in this part, I think I should give the word to my colleague Petr Kotrba, which will go on with the data communication, which is next topic of our presentations. So Petr, it's yours.
Thank you, Robert. I will share my screen. I would like to say hello to all participants once again. And now we can continue with the next topic of today's webinar, and that's data communication on Fronius Tauro inverters. On this slide, we can see the data communication unit, which we internally call pilot. This unit is integrated in every Tauro inverter or Tauro Eco inverter, and this is the main communication component in the inverter. On this card, we have a Modbus communication. We also have a LAN port for connection to a router, and of course also Wi-Fi is possible to use for connection to a router. Using Wi-Fi or LAN, we also do an initial setting of the inverter. Later, we will speak about it in more detail. Here are the main functions of the data communication unit mentioned. It's a LED status display. It has also function of the data logger, web server, Wi-Fi interface. Also, the data can be visualized via Fronius Solar.Web portal, Fronius Solar.Web app, or Solar TV. There are many open interfaces integrated on this unit. It has two Ethernet sockets, LAN 1 and LAN 2, but only LAN 1 can be used for connection to router because LAN 2 is only for internal use. Then two Modbus RTU interfaces, ESD function. This is a wired shutdown function, and this orange connector or orange plug is for digital inputs and outputs. So as I already told you, there are two LANs, LAN 1 and LAN 2. It's important to know that only LAN 1 can be used for connection to router. As I already told you, the LAN 2 is only for internal use. Here is also integrated USB slot. It can be used for power supply. So you can supply some device by 5 volt and 1 amp, for example, Ethernet switch. And also there are the LEDs on this communication unit. It has function as a LED status display. Now I briefly describe you how to interconnect more Tauro inverters that are installed on one PV system. Regarding the network, there are the few ways how to do a network connection for Tauro. Here is one of the most practical options to do so. As we can see on this slide, we have used the LAN switches. Here are the LAN switches. The main switch is sitting here at the central position where we have a router connected to the internet. To this LAN switch, we have connect the Tauro directly, or if a distance is too far, we can use the next LAN switch like this, and then to connect the next Tauros directly to this next LAN switch. So in this case, we have one main LAN switch and 3 other LAN switches. The main advantage of this connection is that if one device failed, not the whole system would stop because of star topology, in which the inverters are not connected in serial. Only the inverter which failed doesn't producing, and the rest of the inverters are still running. This topology is also advantage in case there is a requirement for reduced feeding to the grid, and therefore a PV plant controller is used on that system. In case of interrupted connection or failure on one Tauro, the rest of the inverters still can be manageable, and it's possible to reduce their output power via PV plant controller, or they follow the guides and rules of PV plant controller without any problem. There is also the next feature called PoE, Power over Ethernet, which is also very nice feature because it allows to supply the LAN switch directly from the LAN cable, which is connected to the LAN switch, and it's not required to a separate power up cable, power supply cable. Here we can see how a typical communication structure can look like. The left picture is a central design system, or central system design, where the inverters are installed on one place, close to each other. And the right picture shows us a decentralized system design, where PV strings are connected directly to Tauro via MC4 connectors. And that's why the inverters are close to the PV modules, and the inverters are spread over entire area of the PV system. According use type of system design, also a design of the data communication is a little bit different, as you can see here on this slide, this picture. So this is the central system design, and this picture is the central system design. Inside the inverter, the DIN rail is installed, and use this, the customer gets a possibility to mount the third-party components to the inverter. For example, the LAN switches. Power supplying for LAN switch can be ensured via data communication unit, so-called pilot, either by using 5 volt, 1 amp USB socket, or by using inputs and outputs, 12 volt, 500 milliamps. In the next part of presentation, I will talk about Fronius Smart Meter. The Fronius Smart Meter is a bidirectional energy meter, which we recommend to install on every PV system with Fronius inverters. The smart meter usually sits at the feeding point of the PV systems, close to the electricity meter, and it measures all the energy flows on the system. That means what energy is fed to the grid, and also which energy is used from the grid. And this data is sends to the Tauro device, which is using this data then to send it to our monitoring portal Fronius Solar.Web. And then the customer has a perfect overview what's going on that system regarding the energy flows. The smart meter is also essential for feed-in management of a single Tauro device. So it's important that it's in regard only one single Tauro device when you want to manage feeding to the grid. For big commercial systems like PV systems with the Tauro devices, is matching a special type of smart meter with indirect measuring, which is called Smart Meter TS 5 KA-3. It's shown on the right picture here. This is the latest type of smart meter for commercial systems. On the left picture, the older type SM50 KA-3 is shown. This is the older one, and this is our latest smart meter for big systems. For both type of smart meters, we need the external current transducers. They are shown here. What is different and new on the smart meter 5K, that it has a touch screen display. And as I already told you, both these smart meters need the external current transducers. So it was a quick overview about a data communication on PV system with Tauro. And the next topic is an initial commissioning of inverters from Fronius Tauro. Here it's described what is meant by initial commissioning. This is mainly correctly completed AC and DC cabling, then also setup settings with initial commissioning, and also it's important to set up the country setup. The country setup is a specific set of settings for each country, or better set for each distribution network operator. First of all, I have to explain how does the inverter communicate. We have one light sensory button and two LEDs that are integrated on data communication unit in the inverter. We have on front panel of Tauro an operation LED and communication LED. As you can see here on the picture, between those two LEDs is placed a light sensory button. As soon as we have done the DC and AC cabling, and we can continue with data communication settings, the first step is to activate an access point on the inverter. It could be done by one quick push on a sensory button. The communication LED will start flashing blue. This is the communication LED. And it shows that a Wi-Fi access point is open. It's activated. And now we can use our smartphone, tablet, or laptop, and we can search for available Wi-Fi networks and to connect to the active Fronius Tauro Wi-Fi access point. In case we are using for initial commissioning our application Fronius Solar Start, you should only download it and install it on your smartphone, tablet, or any other device with operating system Android or iOS. If you are using the Solar Start app, there is one advantage that you will be connected automatically to Wi-Fi access point without need to type in a password. And then you can easily proceed with 3 parts of Solar Start app. The parts are called network, product, and Solar.Web. Next part is monitoring of the PV system in our web portal Fronius Solar.Web. Solar.Web portal is available on www.solar.web.com. Here on this portal, you can create your own account and then to register your PV system under this account. In case you will register the new PV system with Tauro inverter, that means with the integrated data communication unit, you have to know the serial number of the inverter and so-called V code, verification code. Both those numbers are printed on a production label on the inverter. For your information, which data and features Solar.Web provides, you can check the live demo systems by clicking on the button View Demo on the Solar.Web homepage. If Fronius Snap inverters and Fronius Tauro inverters are installed on one PV system, it's possible to see the data from both types of inverters on one system in Solar.Web. It's important to point out that the SolarNet communication, which used protocol RS422, that is used for communication between Snap inverters. Snap inverters are inverters like Fronius Primo, Simo, Echo. This is group of the inverters, as it's named Fronius Snap inverters. And these inverters are using communication which is called SolarNet, or SolarNet ring. This is the serial communication. But for Tauro inverters, this type of communication is not available anymore. So no SolarNet connection at the data communication unit in Tauro. So it's different between Snap inverters and the new Tauro inverters. On this picture is shown how to integrate the new data source in Solar.Web. That means the new data communication unit integrated in Fronius Tauro. As I already told you, you need the serial number of the inverter and the V code. So you can only choose data source type Gen24 or Tauro because both these series of the inverters use the same data unit. So Gen24/Tauro, and then data source. You have to type in the serial number and the V code, which is printed on production label. And then you can add the new system to the Solar.Web. There are already a few PV installations with Tauro inverters. As one example, I would like to shortly introduce the PV system in Carinthia in Austria, where 12 Fronius Tauro Echo 100 3D are installed, and annual yield is about 1,500 megawatt hour. This system. So this is one of the first installation with Fronius Tauro inverters. Here you can see some screenshots from Solar.Web for this PV system. Now regarding registration or warranty registration. It's good to know that our inverters have standard 2 years warranty. I mean warranty without any registration. But after registration in Solar.Web, the customer can for free choose either the 5 years Fronius Plus warranty or 7 years Fronius warranty. For registration, you have to type in the V code, the verification code. And as I told you, this V code is printed on the production label on the inverter. So standard warranty is 2 years, but after registration in Solar.Web, the customer will get 5 years Fronius Plus warranty or 7 years Fronius warranty. Here's describe what are the Fronius warranty options. So the standardized warranty 2 years, Fronius warranty 5 additional years for free, and this is the full warranty. And then the third possibility after registration is Fronius Warranty Plus. Sorry, this is Fronius Warranty. This is 2 plus 5, together 7 years, and Fronius Warranty Plus 3 additional years. That means standard 2 years plus 3 additional years. The warranty plus means that warranty service on material, service, and transport. So everything is covered by this warranty plus. In the case of a standard warranty, the following could be added. If the unit is, as I told you, registered at www.solar.web.com within 30 months of delivery from the Fronius factory. The warranty begins with the installation, with the installation date, which is entered during product registration. And the last part of presentation is the information about service and component exchange. A major issue that can have a huge impact on running costs is the maintenance or servicing of the device. And service was, is, and remains one of the most important issues surrounding a product. Fortunately, this is one of Fronius' main areas of expertise. In this case, the development of the Fronius Tauro, it was very important to us to be able to guarantee this service quality again, if not exceeded it. We wanted to create a product that could be serviced with just one person on site. And we have achieved this because with the new product, with the new Tauro product, a power unit exchange can be carried out very easily. The power unit exchange replaces the complete unit exchange at the same time. So we are talking about 103 kilogram inverter versus 25 kilogram power unit, power stage. And this service system creates considerable time and cost savings. This point describe the service process chronologically. So for our service partners or for our customers, the first step is to call Fronius tech support line or tech support team, or to use our Fronius Solar SOS. This is the application for service. Then to read and announce the serial number of the inverter, then describe or clarify error cause, then order the exchange component or exchange device to execute exchange, and then the next step is to send back the defective component or the defective device, and then as the last step, it's created credit note or the service is charged. Now a few words regarding Solar SOS. Solar SOS is our tool which is used for troubleshooting, rapid exchange component or device ordering. You also have overview about all your service cases, your orders, and their status. You can also download manuals, installation manuals, operating instructions, and so on. There is also automatic notification regarding replacement components and messaging function. And there is also possibility to use a single account to manage multiple accounts in this Solar SOS. Here is the next slide with AC power stage exchange, or regarding AC power stage exchange. As you can see here, this is the 100 kV Tauro with 2 power stacks, and every power stack can be exchanged by one person, because one power rack has 25 kilograms. Now I run a video where an exchange of power stage is shown. So firstly, the DC disconnectors must be switched off, then the front cover needs to be out, then the power stage is open. Technician then disconnects the ribbon cables, the supply cable, install the new power stage. Again, the cables are connected. Screws and front cover is mounted. Then the DC disconnectors needs to be switched on. So it was exchange of power stage. And the next video. In this video, you can see the information about AC cables, cross sections, about rapid installation of the AC and DC cabling, about innovative system of cooling, also a possibility to exchange the power stage on site. So from this reason, we have the fastest service on the market. That's all from my side for today. So I would like to.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mr. Kotrba. Thank you, Mr.
You are
Sedmera.
welcome.
So at this point, we'd like to go through any of your questions, of course. Just at the end, just to let you know, we will have this on YouTube, of course. Also, we'll be sending the presentation to your email. Feel free to email me directly. You have my email on our website, or of course, you can use sales Solarity CZ. From my side, once again, thank you very much, gentlemen. I would like to start with one question which we have from the Czech Republic. Gentleman from Fronius, it's regarding the power over Ethernet cabling. What do we do if there is a atmospheric overvoltage? How is the power over Ethernet cabling protected from that? Maybe for Mr. Kotrba.
How power over Ethernet is protected again?
Power over Ethernet cabling, how is it protected in terms of atmospheric overvoltage?
Atmospheric overvoltage.
Oh,
With the answer to this question, I'm not sure. So I think would be better to find an answer later, because
okay.
to be sure with the answer, I would prefer to reply later to this question because I'm not sure about it at the moment.
All right, for sure. So if you can maybe please send me an email regarding this topic, and we will discuss it with the person who has asked this question. Maybe in general, if you can maybe just say a few words about the what do you recommend regarding overcurrent and overvoltage protection units for Tauro in general, not just about PoE cabling.
We have the online Tauro configurator where it's possible to choose the DC over voltage protection for our inverters. So DC over voltage protection 1+2 is integrated as standard in our devices, but it's also possible to choose or to order DC over voltage protection type 2.
All right.
It's orderable via order by Fronius.
And
integrate the over voltage protection directly to the device.
All right. Thank you. And we have one question regarding communication. I assume that to be also for you, Mr. Kotrba, communication from Modbus. I assume the question is if there is possibility to communicate through Modbus protocol through Ethernet. From my experience, I would say yes, but please, Mr. Kotrba,
you
can confirm.
There is available Modbus RTU or Modbus TCP. Modbus RTU is designed for communication with smart meter, and Modbus TCP, it's possible to communicate over Ethernet.
Ethernet, yeah.
Both protocols are available on Tauro. Modbus TCP and Modbus RTU.
All right. Next question. Let's check our Q&A. This is a nice one. So, does all 3 MPPT inputs have the same power input capacity?
No, but what input how capacity has, it's stated or is mentioned in our data sheet. So if you have downloaded the data sheet for Tauro D or Tauro P, so Tauro direct version or Tauro recombined version, this informations in data sheet for specific type of Tauro. So you can read it in datasheet for Tauro inverter.
Okay. One more thing about lightning protection. Can you say a few words about lightning protection?
Sorry, but I'm not specialist about lightning protection, so it's not easy to comment it now directly during webinar.
Understood.
Sorry, it's not.
So let's check for any more. We have one regarding Tauro. It's a simple one. The customer is asking if the Tauro is symmetric inverter, which
yeah, sure. Tauro is symmetric inverter with symmetrical output.
Thank you. Okay. And we have one question from Mr. Jiří Franěk. Mr. Fronius is talking about SunSpec. I'm not sure what is SunSpec. If you can please type in, Mr. Fronius, in the Q&A, maybe your question a bit more in detail about SunSpec. So let's see. I'll type Mr. Fronius. All right, SunSpec protocol, gentlemen. Over Modbus communication, Ethernet, SunSpec
Yeah,
protocol.
Fronius is a member of SunSpec Alliance, so also SunSpec protocol is available for Tauro.
Excellent. Maybe for those people who haven't heard about SunSpec, with our participants, if you can introduce us to the SunSpec quickly.
Sorry, I didn't hear you now.
Yeah, sure. Just for those of the participants who are hearing about SunSpec for the first time, can you briefly just explain where?
This is a communication protocol. The whole name is Modbus TCP SunSpec. So it can be used for third-party monitoring for communication with our inverters.
Right.
So to get the data from our inverters to the third-party software or third-party monitoring. There are many different protocols. One of them is Modbus TCP SunSpec.
Thank you.
And if I come back to this, the maximum, whether it's split it separate, was the question. Does all three MPPTs inputs have the same capacity? So it's different. It's different for the version for direct and pre-combined, and it's different for Tauro and Tauro Echo. So the best way is to really download, or we will send it out, the data sheet where you can find the information, because it's not a simple answer. It's not just one number.
Thank you. So we have one question from Mr. Yuri Flego. As per his understanding, the preview version of inverters, was different in possibility and communication between the inverters. So does it work only in Fronius.Web only? The preview option? Or is there like a way of your own monitoring?
Preview? No, I don't understand exactly what is preview version or previous version.
I think it's a menu, maybe for preview menu for the inverters. Mr. Figo is.
Yeah, there is probably some changes because the firmware of the inverter is updated. So probably the first or previous versions were different there than current versions. I think from the view of data communication, the most important information is that there is no more SolarNet for Fronius Tauro, because almost all our previous inverters used for communication the serial protocol Fronius SolarNet, the RS422 protocol. But for Tauro and Tauro Echo, this SolarNet protocol is not available anymore. So there is a different type of, a different kind of data communication, which used a solar topology as I showed you the topology with switches. So Ethernet, so Ethernet star topology. Better said. So this is the main or the most important information regarding data communication on system with Fronius Tauro.
Understood. So thank you. Anyone else? Any questions? Right. So if there's no more questions, thank you very much, everybody, for your attention. Thank you for your time in this webinar. And for those of you in the Czech translation, maybe there were some technical problems with connection. So sorry for that. We will definitely improve. From my side, from our side, from all the colleagues, thank you. And see you.
You are welcome. Thank you.
See you possibly soon
you.
on the. See all of you soon in the next webinar. We will send you a follow-up, of course, via email. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, and have a nice the rest of the day.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Lots of health. Take care. Bye-bye.